Hey there. So what I'm about to show is the results from the CS61B Project Zero NBody project. So in this project, the goal is to create a planetary system, basically a window that shows a galaxy with planets orbiting around another planet, which is in this case is the sun. And you have to take into account the forces interacting between the planets, given the x and y positions of the planets and the x and y velocities and the mass of the planets. And so what I changed or added to the project was the ability to control a spacecraft subject to the gravitational force of objects in a solar system. And so how I implemented this is I used the STD draw library that came with the project, and in this library I used the method called isKeyPressed, which takes in a key code and it returns a Boolean. And so with this method, what's happening is when you press a key on the keyboard, isKeyPress looks to see what key you pressed, and if you do press that key, it returns a Boolean true or false. And so what I did is in the main method, or more specifically in the while loop, I added this method in, and I said, if this key is pressed, then you want to change whatever I changed. And so what I changed is when the key is pressed, I updated when the right arrow on the keyboard is pressed, the velocity of the spaceship is changed to half of that velocity. And when the left arrow is pressed, that velocity is changed to the negation of that velocity. And also the up arrow is used to increase the difficulty of the game that I will show you in a second. And so the up arrow changes the masses of all the planets in the planet array, so that the speed increases and it will be harder to accomplish the goal in the game. So here's the original planetary system, and so let's see. So let's get to the file. So let's go over here, and you can see that this is let's exit out of the game, and now let's go to the NBody Extreme planetary system, this is not it. So let's go out of it, and then let's go to, we want to add a different text file, so data, or no, extra credit. And so now we can see the USS Josh Hugg floating in the corner. And so the goal of this game is to get to the sun without having any planets touch the USS Josh Hugg. And if you can get there, then you can use the gravitational propulsion from the sun to launch yourself out of the solar system to go and explore in space. And so let's try increasing the difficulty of this, and we can see how this works. So let's go out of the game again, go back in, and so watch, I'm going to press the up arrow once. So you can already see, using the left and the right arrow. So the left, if I just hit the left, then USS Josh Hugg stalls, and boom, we're out. Okay, so let's go to, so there's there's 4 difficulties. You press it, or the first one without pressing it is easy. The second, or when you press the up arrow once, that is medium, and then when you press it twice, that's hard. And then 3 times is legendary. So let's just go to the legendary and see what's going on here. So 1, 2, 3. So you can already see how hard that is. So you don't want these. Oh, yeah, and I already died. So USS Josh Hugg was unfortunately destroyed, but this is only a simulation. This wouldn't happen in real life. The USS Josh Hugg is indestructible. Yeah, so the goal of this game is to use the left and the right arrows to control this spacecraft, and you want to get to the sun without having any planets hit or collide with the spacecraft. And so a possible next step to this game is to introduce collisions, so that when the planets actually hit the USS Josh Hugg, then the ship is sent propelling into space. So that is it, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day.